nail beds and the cuticles store the largest amount of microorganisms. And if you have pets and you pet them, or you're just working outside or whatever the case may be, your nail beds are actually carrying a good amount of microorganisms. So you don't want to be putting that into food that you're preparing for yourself. Whether you're working on healing or you're not, you still don't want to be touching food that you or anyone else is going to eat without protection.
Now, do you cook your food, or is it all raw?
No, we're going to be cooking tonight.
And cooking, the heat doesn't take those?
No, it does not. Get rid of the microorganisms? No, it does not. You would have to cook it to a point where there's no return before the microorganisms actually break down. So, I'll tell you what we're doing over here in a moment. The garlic, an easy way to actually be able to work with garlic is to soak it. You can soak it overnight, you can soak it for a couple of hours in your clean water, the whole ball, and then you'll find that it just peels apart really easily. I want to do like a saute. So however you guys want to prepare your garlic and your onion and your peppers. And then all of our veggies here, which is something that all of us, I feel we should do at home, all of our veggies get ozonated. So it's actually putting an additional oxygen molecule into the food, cleaning off if there's little, even though everything here comes, other than the garlic, comes from the land, there's still caterpillars and microorganisms out in the earth. And they could be hiding in these tiny little microscopic forms that we can't even see. So in ozonating, we're killing that off. Just put probably like halfway full. Have like an indoors. Definitely to your table. That is totally nutritionally sound. Well, what I'm tastes unbelievable, and you're not laboring over your food. However you want to slice them. If you want to slice them long, if you want to slice them like you are.
Want me to take the seeds out? Is that
Yes, please.
yeah. They just smell.
However you want to slice those, Adrian, you can just toss them right in that bowl.
Now, if you're using garlic and you don't use the whole garlic, do you keep it in that water?
You can, or you can just let it dry and put it in the fridge in a small little glass container or something of that nature. But if you keep it in water, it'll just soften more.
Mushrooms are ready.
Mushrooms. They're all done? No problem. There's the authentic cast iron frying pans, and then you see others that have more of like a light gray. They're not black. They're not really an authentic cast iron frying pan. They're more of a counterfeit. So if you go to different antique places, you can generally, or yard sales, you can generally find the authentic cast iron frying pans. So I'm going to put balsamic vinegar, and this is your recipe. I'm really kind of just filling it up. You want paper and pen now? Feel free to take your gloves off if you want to.
Here's some paper.
I can leave those.
Oh,
Do you
that
have
would
a
have
pen?
been
Okay.
One more. So that was a red onion.
A whole red onion, 2 large red bell peppers, 4 small sweet peppers. 8 pre-soaked and cooked shiitake mushrooms.
Cooked how?
After we get this going, you can just leave a space for that. Because then the sea palm fronds will tell you how we prepared those as well. And you'll have all of that information to hear. 1 whole garlic bulb. And probably about 12 smaller tomatoes. The smaller.
Cherry tomatoes?
Most of those were plums, but they were the tiny plums, like the miniature plums.
One large red onion.
Yep, that was the first one. And if we looked at this balsamic vinegar, we probably put in about,
2 tablespoons?
no, this was a full bottle. So we probably put in about 1/2 cup of A&A balsamic vinegar. A&A balsamic vinegar. And now I'm going to add the olive oil.
High heat, medium heat.
This is on pretty much high heat. Gas. So electric is much different. So I'm going to add
How much olive oil did you put in there?
probably easily 1/4 cup. But the olive oil is more just to give moisture. And I have 1/4 cup here. Cup. And I'm adding 1/8 cup of the miso tamari. And a full 1/4 cup of water. Sea salt. Since we're going to be doing a sea palm frond and we're going to be getting all the minerals from the sea palm fronds, we're not going to do a lot of sea salt. And we also have the miso tamari. So we're going to put the lid on this and just let it do its thing. Okay, so what we did, I'm going to backtrack to the sea palm fronds first. This is what they look like dried. Thanks, Adrian. And then when we rehydrate them, if you want to come over here and look at the difference, this is what we're going to have for dinner tonight. A totally different byproduct from what we're seeing